Hey, afternoon. How you doing?
Sergeant Sam, Police Department.
Hey, good to meet you.
Mr. Horton?
Yes.
All right.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Excellent.
What's going on today, buddy?
Oh, we're just doing a normal Second Amendment exercise. We're gonna walk around the neighborhood with my rifle slung over my back, pointed down with a chamber flag in the chamber.
Okay. So, what are we attempting to achieve here?
We're helping to show the general public that it's a perfectly legal activity in the state of Texas to open carry long guns.
And you think that your display is going to achieve that?
It definitely will.
How long have you lived in the community?
We've been here a couple of years.
Okay.
Hey, puppy dog.
Well, as you know, good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi.
As you know, our community's one of the safer communities in North Texas.
Well,
also been rated.
Right.
Also been as the safest in Texas with a population over 25,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
So hold on. What I'm trying to say is we didn't achieve that by everybody showing their guns, walking around the streets, in order to do that. Okay. And I don't believe that you doing that is gonna achieve that.
In the first month that we lived here, our house was broken into, and
I was the one that took the report.
Yeah, the back door got kicked wide open, and you know, so it's not the safest neighborhood in my eyes because I've been a victim of those crimes. And around.
I believe Officer Nordman has already explained the disorderly conduct law.
Okay. Now,
has he?
Now, are you going to say that I calculated to cause alarm by walking with it slung to my back in a proper?
Or giving you forewarning that it's going to cause an alarm. Okay. And I guarantee you, we're going to get about 100 calls.
And then yeah.
And listen to me. You're a law-abiding citizen. I respect
Absolutely.
that. Okay. I'm a law-abiding citizen, or else I want to be in the position that I am.
Right.
Okay. I love guns. I've got my own collection. I don't see that it's fit for me to be walking around my own neighborhood showing guns. I would understand if you were in Kabul, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
And that's an opinion.
Right, and it's my opinion, and that's what we're having here. It's just an opinionated talk between us. Okay. Two grown men. Okay.
Right.
Who both have the exact same rights.
Absolutely.
Okay? I chose to live in this community because I feel it's a safe community.
Right.
I have my family here, as well as you.
And I feel that we're exemplifying that safety and those rights by going out and properly open carrying our long guns and, you know, walking through the neighborhoods.
But I'm sure you've heard the saying before, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why we should.
So just because, we're here to serve you guys.
Okay.
All right. You want to practice your Second Amendment right? By all means, go ahead.
Great.
Okay.
So,
but as soon as you come within the confines of a law that you violate, you're going to go to jail.
Right.
Okay. And I don't want it to get to that point.
But since I am not calculating to cause alarm in another person, I'm carrying it in the most aggressive manner possible to be carrying a gun. I will have it slung to my back, pointed down, no hands on it, completely hands free. I don't see how that can be calculated on my part as to cause an alarm.
You honestly don't think that it's going to cause an alarm?
You don't think it's going to? I mean, that's
okay. If I have a right to open carry my gun,
I'm asking you a question.
How do I do it without?
Just answer my question, please. You don't think that that's going to cause an alarm?
I don't think in a well-educated public that it will cause an alarm.
Do you think our public's educated?
And I don't think it should cause an alarm.
You obviously don't think our public's educated because you're saying that you're wanting to educate.
We are helping to educate them.
So we've got an uneducated public through what you've said. So that's going to cause an alarm, sir.
Well,
I'm just saying.
The issue is this. I have the right to open carry a long gun. What manner, in your eyes, is not calculated to cause an alarm?
I wouldn't even carry it. I wouldn't even put myself in that situation.
No, I'm asking what is the way to do it?
I wouldn't do it.
So you're saying that it's not legal?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Well, you're saying if I do something that's illegal,
trying to put words in my mouth.
I'll be arrested.
Hold on, Mr. Horton. Come on, let's keep this civil, okay? All right.
Yeah, but you're just talking in circles around the issue that I'm going to be arrested for disorderly conduct for doing something that is legal, and you keep trying to pin me in to say that I think that it's going to cause an alarm in a person.
What's your opinion on this, ma'am?
Oh, I just stand by.
Okay.
If you say a guy 4 or 5 houses down, right? This time of day, you're out front with kids and everything like that, comes walking by with a rifle, and you don't know him from Adam.
Okay.
You're gonna be totally fine with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not gonna ring an alarm at all.
If he's walking in a normal manner with it slung like any responsible person would do, if he's got it, you know, at the ready and he's got his hands on it like this, then sure. But just, you know, I mean, some years back, you know, the little kids would sling their shotgun over their shoulder and ride their bicycle down the road, right down Buckner in Dallas, you know, and go and shoot cans in a creek.
I would understand if you would be down in Oak Cliff, Dallas, or something to that effect, wanting to do this, but this is a perfectly safe neighborhood. Yeah, you've all had an incident.
Well, yeah, it's not perfectly safe.
Right.
And that's not
perfectly safe.
Yeah, and that's not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is public education, that they need to understand that it's a perfectly legal law in Texas to open carry.
But let's be 100%
And so
honest.
if you're trying to tell me that if I exercise the Second Amendment right, I will be arrested for disorderly conduct, you're telling me that I don't have the right to do that.
I'm explaining to you what the law exactly says.
Uh-huh.
All right. That if you open carry and you cause an alarm, which obviously it's a calculated alarm at this point because you're being informed that it will cause an alarm, and you're well aware of it because you contacted us to tell us this in the first place.
I contacted you so that you wouldn't have to rush out on a 911 call,
There's this crazy guy walking down the street with a
fly through some red lights, endanger your officers' lives and the public's life by flying across town to find someone is just doing what is perfectly legal and doing it in a responsible manner.
Okay.
That's why I called ahead.
I got you.
Because you worry that someone is going to be alarmed and call and be like, hey, there's a guy walking down the street with a rifle.
Right.
No, I know uninformed people will call, at which point that they will.
Uninformed people are citizens of the city, and if they're alarmed, then you're in violation right there.
Well, I don't think that.
Mr. Horton, we don't even want it to get to that point.
I don't think that one person being alarmed just because they saw a gun, it means that I calculated to cause the
Well,
alarm.
unfortunately, that's how the law is, actually. But
And that's how I explained earlier. Our community.
Well, it's not.
You don't have people walking around left and right carrying guns, so this isn't
Sure.
an accepted
Well,
norm in our society.
Well, we're going to make it the norm here then. We're going to get groups of people and we're going to do it every day.
We have a duty to protect the community,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Yeah.
and not just one individual person, okay. We also have a duty to protect everybody's constitutional rights, all right.
Yes.
But
So you would be violating
most and
my
first,
Second Amendment
foremost,
right.
our community,
Mhm.
our motto is to have a better or have an impact, a good impact on making this community a better community.
Great.
Okay.
That's
And
wonderful.
by you carrying a firearm out there is going to put people in fear for their own safety.
Just
to be quite
ma-
frank with you.
It'd make them uneasy,
Yeah.
is what you're saying?
Right. And it troubles me that
it-
you don't see it the same way.
Well, then I guess that, you know, that maybe the police
Have you been-
should do some sort of public educational classes so that when this arises, you aren't getting the hundreds of calls. Maybe that when they call the dispatchers talk to them. Maybe you can hold some public events and talk about it at your city councils.
Yeah, maybe we could, but that's nothing that's going to get done this afternoon.
Okay.
I promise you.
Right.
We've got 30-something thousand people here.
Mhm.
It's a lot of people to inform in 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So
Well, I mean,
what I'm
you know,
doing
your choices are
as a
then. I mean,
citizen and
you-
as a human being here in the state of Texas, all
Mhm.
right, who practices the Second Amendment right now,
Mhm.
okay, I'm asking you not to do it.
Okay.
It's got a good taste between you and I. All right, Mr. Horton. You
Okay.
know,
Because you're telling me that you will arrest me if I go walk with
if
my
you
rifle?
violate the law, yes, you will be arrested. I guarantee you.
If I violate the Second Amendment?
nope. If you violate
The law.
the law.
Uh-huh.
Any law, if you jaywalk, if you do anything
Okay.
to that.
But the law says that I can open carry my rifle.
The Second Amendment says that you can bear arms.
Uh-huh.
4201, Texas Penal Code
4201,
disorderly
yes.
conduct says that you cannot do it in a manner that will calculate
Okay.
an alarm.
Well, if I can't carry it in that specific manner, then there is a specific manner that I can carry it. And do you have any idea what that is?
No.
So you're saying that doesn't exist?
I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. It says
Then
that
what- then what is
I
it?
I don't have any answer for you right now.
Okay, so you don't have an
So
answer as
don't put words in my mouth, okay?
Uh-huh. Right, you're saying you don't have an answer as to how I can carry a gun
One person's
legally.
safe way to carry a weapon isn't the other person's safe way to carry a weapon. You know?
No, actually, it is exactly the same. It's
No, everybody has
it's
opinions.
it's with
Sure.
your.
You know, like we were trying to explain to you.
I mean, there's official classes that you can, you know, NRA classes and stuff that teach safety. There's
That's not what I was discussing at all.
Uh-huh.
I said one person's perceived way to carry a weapon safe is not the other person's. You were talking about
Oh.
having a chamber indicator flag and everything. That's fine.
Sure.
We're about firearms. We'll see that. That's something we look for. The uneducated firearms individual isn't going to see that. All they're going to see is a man walking down the street with a rifle in a neighborhood full of kids. That's
Okay.
all they're going to see.
Well, what I'm hearing from you is that.
If you violate the law, you'll be arrested, yes.
Well, what I'm hearing from you is that if I try to exercise my Second Amendment right and open carry a rifle down my road, that
will cause an alarm.
that you will arrest me for disorderly conduct.
I'm saying
And
that
then-
if it causes the alarm,
And
the law states
and you're
you will
giving
be
me no alternative way to exercise that Second Amendment
I
right.
don't have that answer for you.
Right. You're not giving me any alternative to exercise
Yeah,
that
I
right.
did. I said, don't do it.
Don't exercise my Second Amendment right. Is what you're telling me.
Sir.
Asking
You have
you.
the right to carry it.
No,
You
he
don't
just
have
said
the
don't
right
do
to-
it.
You don't have the right to alarm the citizens of the city.
Okay.
Two separate things. Two separate things.
Well,
You walk down the
well,
street,
they're
you
not
walk down the street
because
with your rifle.
they're
and
turning
no one
into the
calls
same
us
thing.
or
Do
do an
you,
alarming-
like to feel safe in your own home?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you think everybody else should deserve the same right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
That's why I've got
you-
guns, I've got cameras, I've got everything that I
You'll
need.
be infringing upon that.
No,
You know
I
that
won't.
By doing this?
No, I won't.
Okay,
No,
well,
I will be helping them when they see me.
Mr. Horton, we're obviously going around here.
Well, when they see me every day.
I've already spoken to you
Mhm.
on what would happen if you violate the law. Okay.
Okay.
It's up to you now.
Okay. So it's your opinion.
Personally, I don't think it's worth it.
It's your opinion that I'm going to be disorderly conduct if I walk out here with my rifle.
If you cause an alarm.
If I-
Somebody and they
Mhm.
call in and say they're worried about, yeah.
Mr. Horton, you have a good day, sir.
You too.